I went a bit crazy and bought a load of smartphones to unbox, and I'm going to start with this one. Okay, so this is the first Poco phone I'd have unboxed and done any coverage on since the X3 Pro back in 2021. So this one is newly released a couple of months ago, so I figured I'd give it a whirl. So lifting the lid, on the top you see the phone with a few specs: 6.88 inch display, 5160 mAh battery, 50 megapixel camera, and a powerful octa-core processor. I've got the phone in, what do they call it? Oh, green. No special name. So we'll just pop that aside for a second. Slim box, so unsurprisingly, there isn't going to be a charging brick, but you do get a charging cable and also one of these to stick on the back of your phone, which I won't be doing personally, but for those that want the ring accessory on the back, you've got one in the box. So let's just pop that aside for a second. And here is the new Poco C75. That is quite a nice green colour. Let's just peel the label. There we go. And then we'll just peel the front. There we go. No pre-applied screen protector on this phone, and then on the right of it you've got your power button with integrated fingerprint scanner, volume buttons just above that. On the left you've just got your SIM tray. On the bottom is a USB-C charging port, speaker grill, microphone. Top is a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is nice. And then on the back is your dual camera system, which is a 50 megapixel main camera, and then a depth sensor of some description, your LED flash, and then a bit of 50 megapixel branding just there. So we'll just power her on, see if she's got any juice. And then I'll just quickly go through the setup process, and then we'll go through the UI. Okay, so what seemed like an eternity setting up this phone, waiting for it all to go through the bits and bobs. Here we have the Poco C75 in all its glory. Now, for those of you that live overseas, and if this phone looks a little bit familiar, it is basically just a rebranded Xiaomi 14C. All the specs are the same. So if you're thinking the phone looks a little bit familiar, that will be why. And there's just a few color differences between the two phones. So I've just set up the phone as is. I haven't done the fingerprint scanner. I will demonstrate that in a second. But this is what the phone looks like out of the box. Okay, so I've just turned off the Wi-Fi just for the purposes of not having everything downloaded in the background. So if we just jump into the settings, and then usually you'll find the About phone at the bottom, but in the case with the C75, it's at the top. Sorry, trying to do this. So there is an update available on this version, but you do get Android 14. And you do get 128 gigs of storage and 6 gigs of RAM on this model. So if we just go through a few of the bits and bobs on the phone, so you've got your usual Wi-Fi, Bluetooth options, your mobile networks, and then if you jump into more connectivity options, you've got things like hotspot, VPN, NFC, wireless casting, all that sort of stuff there. And then you've got lock screen settings, raise to wake, I always turn that bit on, or you can double tap the screen to wake it or turn it off. Wallpaper carousel, I always turn that off. No, because I don't tend to like having it show me a new wallpaper every time I switch the phone on. And then if you go to wallpaper and personalization, this is obviously where you can go through loads of options when it comes to online wallpapers and themes and all that sort of stuff. Wallpapers, ringtones, fonts, all that sort of stuff. You can download new ones, and then you can have access to even more if you sign into your account, which I won't be doing at the moment. And then you've just got notification options on there, home screen options, so you can select an app store or just use the classic display, set your home screen layout, do your navigations, whether you want gestures or buttons. I'm going to keep it on buttons for the time being, and then sound and vibration for all that sort of stuff as well. Oh, and there's a shortcut to themes here, which you can download. Loads. Some of them will cost you, and they quite often have a free section. Not sure whether they do on here, but we'll mess around with that again. So if I just set up the fingerprint scanner, let's do a pin. Yes, I understand, I've done this enough. So you can then register your fingerprint. Almost done. Takes a minute just to get all the bits, and there we are, all finished. You can of course add another one if you want to, but I'm not going to do that for the time being. And then of course you can set up face unlock if you want to as well. And then if you dive into apps, you can manage the apps individually when it comes to, you know, privacy, notifications and all that sort of stuff. Battery information, so current mode balanced, you can switch on battery saver, ultra battery saving mode. Battery protection allows charging up to 100% with regular charging, or you can only charge to 80% to maintain battery health, which I won't be changing at the moment. Additional features, you can choose to power the phone on and off whenever you want, and then it gives you information down there of what apps are using what percentage of the battery, etc. So system apps updater, we'll just jump into that. So you've got options to update the apps that are already preloaded onto the phone. There are 7 available to do. I will just update all of them, might as well. Over the Wi-Fi it is pretty quick. And then there is an update on the phone as well, which I won't do just yet, but I will add that on. And at the moment we're on a August 2024 Android security patch as well, so it is nice and up to date. And then if I just quickly jump into the camera, just so we can have a look at some photo quality. Let's take my Lego brick heads, Lord of the Rings. One snap, and then you've got a 2x crop as well for us to check out the quality. I will be testing this out a little bit more in a full review. If you guys are interested in seeing that, please do let me know. And then you've got a few options here. Time-lapse video, which is at 1080p at 30 fps, and that's the maximum option. Photo, portrait, night mode, and a 50 megapixel mode as well. And then you've got HDR on or off, and then there's a few other options there as well. And then the 13 megapixel selfie camera. Pictures don't come out too bad, but of course at this price they're not going to be the best. And then performance wise, the phone is rocking the MediaTek Helio G81 processor, and that's built on a 12 nanometer architecture, so it's not going to be the most powerful or power efficient processor, but with this 120 Hz display it is absolutely fine. You can see it's nice and smooth. It's a 720p, so it's not got a huge amount of pixels to push either. So yeah, overall, it seems pretty smooth. So yeah, overall, it's not too bad. And then of course, with any Xiaomi or / Poco phone, you get the usual rubbish that's pre-installed on the phone. So a few games, booking.com, more games there, a couple of their own apps, Poco Community, more apps down here, more games, all of which you can just delete off if you want them off as well. So that's quite good. Spotify, I don't use that, so I can get rid of that. So yeah, but there's plenty of customization options on the phone that you can do. Oh, wrong place. You can press and hold, and then you can add extra widgets and all that sort of stuff as well. So there's loads of options that you can do on the phone, or you can pinch to do that as well, or you can take a shortcut into the settings, transition effects. Let's do tumble because that looks quite fun. So yeah. So that's just a very quick first impressions of the Poco C75. Overall, I think it's a really nice looking phone. It feels, it's like a nice matte plastic on the back, so should hide fingerprints pretty well. Really nice green color, two-tone sort of effect, and a signature camera ring on the back. Pretty snappy fingerprint scanner. Let's try again. So you can literally just tap it. A little bit of a delay, but not too bad at all. So do let me know down in the comments what you think of this Poco C75. Is it a phone that you'd consider buying? And subscribe to the channel for more unboxing videos that I have got coming up to Christmas. And I'll see you in the next video.